Okay, so next I'm gonna take these, actually, well, I'm gonna take these studs out. They're 3/8 on both sides. So I'm just gonna take those, work on taking those out. Let's see. Oh, I'm tightening it there. Okay, that one just came right off. Oh, and that came right out. And there we go. See if I can figure out how to do this one-handed here. There we go. That one came out. Position this here. It's not liking that. Alright, time to put the camera down. I got those 4 out. They're here. They look to be in pretty good shape. Once I clean them up, they should have no problem going back in. So now, let's see. I think I'm going to take out these screws just in case they are retainers for those bearings somehow. I'm going to pop those out, and then once those are popped out, I'm going to see if I can crack the case. Not crack it, hopefully, but crack it open. Once I get it cracked open, then I'm hoping to not have to take the capacitor all the way out. I'm thinking that maybe these terminals back here are going to go up to that capacitor. And so coming off the centripetal switch for the starter. So if I can get those undone, maybe then the capacitor will come out. I'm guessing it's going to be soldered up top, but we'll see. Let's see what we can come up with here. Okay, so I was able to get it separated enough using the block method that I could get the jaws of the puller in. It's the largest puller I have. It just barely makes it, but it's in. So let's see what happens. Oh, wrong way. Guess it would help if I actually tightened up the jaws rather than loosened them. I'm gonna be able to do this one-handed. Hold on, I'm gonna reconfigure here. Okay, that's better. I got the feet back under it. Once the case was separated, the front half of the case was spinning independently from the rest of the motor, so the feet were not aligned and it was off balance. So everything's put back together now, or at least straightened out. So And there we go. There we go. And now it's pushing right off. There we go. Ooh, look at that. Nasty in there. Nasty, nasty. Alright, let me get this puller off and we'll see. And there's the bearing. Pulled right out of the bearing housing in there. So, alright, let me get this apart and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so this outer dust, or this outer cover, I forget what it's called, just came off. You know, it was about like that. In fact, it was exactly like that. And there's this bar here, which goes on the underside like that, which is what the starter capacitor bolts to. So we're going to take that off, set it aside. Got to clean this up soon too. Just get a little messy. Now I got to figure out what goes to what. So that's the next step. Working on that as far as wiring and what can come out and what can't, because we're still trying to figure out what's bolted in back here, and how I'm going to get this back case out, or rather how to get the shaft off the bearing or the bearing out of the case, one or the other. So working on that next. Okay, so just to record this so that I know, this bottom wire, this wire going to the bottom post as it sits on its feet. The wire going to the bottom post goes up and into the capacitor. Sorry, I had a warning on my phone. Goes up here, all the way up and into the capacitor. The top wire, or the wire on the top post, right here, comes around and goes down here and into the windings. That's the starter windings. Okay? Okay. This bottom screw hole right here on this bar, okay, had this this brass screw going through this wire, through the bar, held down with a nut. Then there was the this loop of wire, which goes up to the starter solenoid. Okay. And then the brass washer, and then one more nut. Okay. So it went screw, wire by the 4 leads coming in closest to the front. There's 2 of them here. The one on the bottom was the closest to the front. Those 4, then the bar, then a nut, then this wire, the wire by the 4, the washer, and the washer and the other nut. Is this one right here? Okay. Get a little light going. There we go. It's this one right here. This one, which is the uppermost wire with the loops. It's the highest wire with the loops that's not going to the capacitor, it's going to the stator. Okay? Right there. Okay, this top stud on the outside with this loop of wire it goes nut, wire, washer, nut. And this wire is the black wire right here where the 4 feeds come in on the bottom closest to the back. Okay, that one right there closest to the back. That's the top stud outside. Okay, definitely looks like I'm going to be looking for some bearings. Let's see. I don't know if you can't hear it, but I can definitely feel it clunking. So I have to see if I can get a bearing number for that. Then down in here it looks like there's some sort of a spring retainer for that bearing. Sheet metal protector or something on there. So some sort of a packing. Oh, yeah, it looks like a packing to keep grease in, maybe. Not sure. Have to look into that a little bit further. But yeah, this top dust cover popped out on the way out also. There's that. Then there's 2 felt washers. Then it looks like another dust cover in here, which I'll probably have to pop out. Don't know if I'll be able to get a new one of those or not. And this thing's pretty filthy inside. So, but we'll get to that.